Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Today, on this Sunday, this beautiful Sunday, I have some setups for you that can make you a lot of money. All right, $7,500 if it's up to your risk. It's totally up to what you're risking, right? It could be more, it could be less, but nonetheless, there are some setups that can make you a ton of money if you just execute them correctly. Now I'm going to give you my insight. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing on the charts. I want you, like I always say, to go back and check against what you're seeing to see if any of that makes sense, or see if you can understand why I'm calling these particular plays. I'm going to break it down as simple as possible, and it is my hope that you can take this and implement it in your trading. All right. Watch my last video and watch the video before that. I talk about how simple it is to make money in this market, and all you have to do is do the simple, easy thing consistently. Okay, we not in the market trying to go after the big bangers. I mean, I know they call me Honey Bunny Sunny, but the reason I was able to learn how to start getting the honey buns or the 100% gains was by making the small gains, the base hits, the 10% here, the 10% here, building my trust, right? Building my bank. That's what's important. So we're going to jump into the stocks that I have. I got 3 stocks for you. I got silver, right? Silver futures. I got Amazon, and I have AMD. All right. And I'm gonna break down exactly what I'm seeing on each of these stocks. Let's get into it. All right. So right now, pulled up, I have silver on the daily. As you can see, we are rejecting off of an order block. Rejecting off of an order block. Okay. And you know what? This is actually the wrong silver, but it is the same setup. Give me 1 second. This is the silver. Nope, that's not it either. Hold on. I'm sitting here like, that silver look a little different. Okay, is this one where I share silver, the silver trust right there, silver future. Okay, there we go. Still, like I said, still same deal, right? We are in the order block, a buying order block, a bullish order block for silver, right? And all we need to do is break out of this trend line right here, and that will be confirmation. All right. We don't like to assume anything. We want to confirm things, right? We're not gambling in this market. We are taking what the market is giving, right? The trend is your friend. So you got to make sure you're going along with the trend. Right now, the trend is saying that it's a downtrend, but the 9 EMA is right here, which is, as you can see, a place where decisions are made on this particular stock. And we also have this bullish order block. So that's 2 confluences. A break out of that trend line and a confirmation for a change of trend will be the 3rd confluence, and it'll be safe to enter. So if we can enter somewhere around, $45, we can get a close around that on the daily. I'd be very interested in swinging silver. Very, very interested in swinging silver. Okay. So that's silver. We got Amazon, right? Beautiful Amazon. Amazon, as you can see, is in a downtrend, right? Amazon is in a downtrend. We got 1 touch. We can call this a touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, and then a 5th touch of this trend. This is a pretty strong trend. Well, it looks like we're making this 5th touch of this downtrend in a bearish order block on the daily. So what that tells me is that we want to come down a little bit more. Let me make this a little bit smaller so you can see the full vision. It's telling me that we want to come down and correct all of this down here, right? So this is telling me that if we fail on Monday, right, we have some sort of confirmation candle that shows that this is a lower low, and we're continuing in this trend, this downtrend. We could see Amazon come as low as 210, 211. So really beautiful setup. 5 touches is a very, very strong trend. So it means 2 things. If it breaks the trend to the upside, then that means it wants to get busy to the upside. And if it holds the trend and fails it, then it's just showing that this resistance is that strong. Okay. So either way, the trend lines are always informing us of what to do next. This is why I love trend lines. Trend lines just simplified trading. You know, we got all this other stuff. We can get as technical and statistical as we want to with trading, but it's really as simple as having key indicators or key signals that can show you when a stock is changing directions, because we know that at the change of direction is the best opportunity to get into a stock. All right, I hope that makes sense. Let's move on to the next one, and it's the last but not least. We got AMD. Okay, AMD was an absolute train last week. An absolute train. Look at this, right? Now, last year, people were talking about AMD bad. I've been trying to find this. I made a post. I cannot find it, but I was like, yo, AMD gonna shock the world next year. I gotta find the post. And everybody was like, no, it's finished. Da, 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 da. And look at AMD, much higher than NVIDIA. It's crazy how this works out. Anyway, we have a whole lot of room to the top of AMD because it's continuing to find its top. It hasn't found its top yet. We do have a big gap here to the downside, but on Friday it closed very bullish, so I believe that a continuation is actually more likely. We are definitely in a bullish trend. Now, this line that you see right here is just simply a measurement of the distance that AMD gapped up to, right? So typically with a flag or some sort of breakout and pullback, you can determine how much further it's going to go by taking the measured distance of that up move and then tacking it onto the outside of the breakout. So if you look at this, this was a bit of a bit of a bull flag right here. If you count this as the pole, this was the flag right here, and then the breakout took place right here. So we could really see NVIDIA go as high as $295 or $300. All right, that's a very realistic thing, you know, possibly in the next couple of weeks. I know people are like, I'm telling you, we're super bullish. Not saying that it can't come back and retest. It could definitely come back and retest this area. But if we get a confirmation, meaning another bullish close tomorrow, this could look really good. And if you want to trade this intraday, like during the day, I would be watching this on the orb. You know, that first 30 minutes of the market. Let's see if we get a close on that second 15-minute candle above the the first 15-minute candle's top. That could be a takeoff for AMD as well. So this is what I'm watching, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that video right there. That's what I'm watching. Like I said, go back and do your analysis. Go back and test it against what you're seeing, and see how it stacks up. See if you see something different. See if if my stuff is bullshit. See if it's something that I'm not seeing. Let me know. I want to hear your feedback in the comments. Also, if you've been trading on your own and you've been looking for a family to trade with, a community that's structured like a family, the Prosperity Collective, I would love to invite you to join. All right, we have tons of results, right? As you can see right here, we have tons of people that are just getting profits on a consistent basis. People have great things to say about us, and for good reason, because we're no fluff and we're no upsell. When you come into the Prosperity Collective, we're not trying to get you into something else, and we're not trying to hide some of the trading stuff from you. I mean, you can kind of see how giving we are by watching my channel and watching my brother Isaiah D. Fowler. Go follow him's channel on YouTube as well, right? We're giving away free game all the time. So the Prosperity Collective is just a chance for you guys to ask us more extensive questions and to also get deeper knowledge and connect with other people that are trading. There's not a lot of people that have people in their immediate circle that are traders. A lot of times it's a lonely journey, and we're trying to bridge the gap. Right, we're trying to make it so that all the people that you communicate with on a daily basis are trading, so that you're creating a successful environment, right? An environment for you to be successful. All right, that's what's important. As always, I appreciate you guys coming and spending your precious time with me on this Sunday, right? I'm here every day, but on Sunday we go over stocks that I'm watching for the week. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. If this was helpful, like it, comment, and share with somebody that you think may need to hear this, okay? I'm Marcel, and listen, remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.